Welcome back to the next episode of Meet the Pros. Today we're meeting with Vanessa, social media manager, and Vanessa is here today to talk to us about the great opportunities that we're seeing in the job market for tech companies. Now, Vanessa usually specializes in small businesses, but with this emerging market that we're able to take advantage of, she wanted to share with us how to find these thousands of available tech jobs and how to negotiate the best terms for these jobs should you get offered one. So Vanessa, thanks so much for joining us today. So please tell us about this.
Well, I mean, what I really do specialize in is social media management for small businesses. And right now my plate is very full with managing various Montreal and West Island businesses. But when you gave me the opportunity to be on here today, I was trying to think what your viewers might be most interested in. And it's a service that I offer. It's not exactly social media, but it is in the social media realm. So it's LinkedIn. And LinkedIn is really important. It's primarily for recruitment and job opportunities and thought leadership from businesses. So it's a very B2B space. But I was thinking there is something that I do offer as a service that I don't do very often, just because I'm very busy with the social media management side of my business, but it is LinkedIn profile writing and LinkedIn optimization. So what that means is a very, very professional, cleaned, as well as expanded LinkedIn profile and using keywords that are optimized for recruiters. So if you have a LinkedIn because you've been at a company for many, many years and it's kind of stagnant and you didn't really know where to put, being a volunteer and you didn't know where to put a board of directors position, I take all of your experience and all of your information and I put it together in a really clean, visible, optimized profile for LinkedIn.
Actually, what I found really interesting we were talking about was traditionally, when I was in the employee-employer job market, I would go and ask for a job, and if I was lucky enough, I'd get it. And essentially, kind of whatever they offered me, I was thank you and took it and ran home before they changed their mind. So you're telling me it's a bit different right now.
Well, I mean, I think it is. I mean, I know that it's definitely a job seekers market. There are so many opportunities out there. The way to find them is really on LinkedIn. We probably also remember when we had a printed CV and you would bring it around or you would fax it. Actually, that was a bit before my time. You would email a CV and then you would hope they would get back to you. So I was working with someone recently and, we optimized everything. Everything was ready for recruiters and she ended up getting an offer and I was really, really excited for her. And I asked her, what was their first offer? She didn't know what I was talking about. She said, well, they offered me this and I took it. But having, I'll go back into my background a little bit. I've always been in marketing, but at one point in my career in a marketing department, I wrote executive profiles for our C-suite. And when they would go to trade shows, I would write it and, tweak it. And then HR had me doing job posting. So they would write the job posting and then I would rewrite it. And I did a lot of research in, various companies in North America to see how they were writing their job profiles. So it was a skill set that I acquired just doing it day to day. And then, 10 years later, I've taken that skill and I've transferred it to helping job seekers or professionals looking to optimize their LinkedIn profile.
You know what? I think that's actually some really amazing news. It's great to have somebody like yourself in your corner for you, right? So like when you're going into this, could be a very intimidating situation where you're trying to change careers, change jobs. Maybe you've been in this job for a long time and now you're doing interviews and you're trying to negotiate terms and you're not quite sure how to do it or even really kind of present yourself to the emerging job market, knowing that we have somebody like Vanessa working in the background helping us really just kind of present ourselves properly and make sure we're asking the right questions and positioning ourselves to come out on top. That's great to have. That's an amazing opportunity for somebody. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually attach all your information to this video. That way everybody can get in touch with you if they have any questions about the emerging job market, how to speak to potential companies to get a job with, and then of course negotiate that work contract. That's an amazing idea.
I'm not a negotiation expert like you are, Paul, but I mean, I definitely know that you can say I worked not in an HR department, but I saw there's definitely a 10 to 20% plus or minus. So when they send you your first offer, take it, think about it, rewrite the offer and go back and say, this is what I want. It's like a buyer's and a seller's market, right? If it's a buyer's market, like when we bought our house, we were able to negotiate to our favor. So right now is a job seeker's market. So the job seeker can negotiate their terms and negotiate their salary in an effective way that makes the job seeker a winner in the end.
Well, that's a great idea, and that's why we need you there to even position us in that position us so we have that opportunity to take advantage of that. Because me, I would have just figured, hey, I got a job, I'm happy, and that's kind of good enough. So definitely, we'll make sure everybody gets in touch with you, and do get in touch with Vanessa to help coach you through this, to advise you if you're looking to make a job switch. And it starts with LinkedIn, and I know Vanessa will be able to help you out with that. Vanessa, thank you so much for joining us today.
Oh, my pleasure.